Let us return to Chateaubriand, where last time the desperate search for the king of applesauce Lorraine came to an end.
At last, Your Highness, now you can be returned to your rightful place on the throne.
That throne might be a little overcrowded, for Bullwinkle turned up with a very unreasonable facsimile of what Rocky had found.
Jeepers, now we got a pair of kings.
Whose bid is it?
Mine. I bid 3 kings.
Yes, unbelievable as it seems, Athos, too, had found a king.
Which one of you is the real king of applesauce Lorraine?
I am.
I am too.
It was Rocky's quick wit and keen eye that settled the problem.
You, sir, are a phony planted here by Francois Villain.
I am not. I am the king.
Correction. You are a professional roller skater.
I am the king.
Then how come you're wearing roller skates?
Sure enough, the rascal had neglected to remove the tools of his trade.
As for you, you're an imposter, too.
I am the king.
No, you're not. You're a cross-country track star.
There on the back of the second pretender to the throne was the number 3. The third king had to be the real king. The next problem was how to escape. Now, at 12 o'clock noon each day, Chateaubriand had a changing of the guard. As the new shift marched in, the old shift marched out. And with them, posing as shiftless guards, went our heroes and the king. 5 miles from Chateaubriand, they came to a halt in front of the Outside Inn.
We'll stop long enough to get a bite to eat.
But there were a few surprises in store.
I am most sorry, but we have sent all the food to the palace for the celebration.
What celebration?
The coronation. At 5 o'clock, Francois Villain is proclaiming himself king.
And according to the egg timer on the wall, it was already 4:30.
Quick, we must get to the castle.
That would take some doing, for at that moment in walked a platoon of Francois Villain's elite guard.
Innkeeper, a bottle of soda pop and 16 straws.
Keep your voices down. They might not recognize us.
Good idea, Rock.
Why are you whispering?
Well, we don't want you to know that we are taking the king here back to the castle so that he can...
That did it. The fight was on, and it didn't look too good for our side. For one thing, Athos was furiously battling what he thought was a guard, but due to his poor eyesight, he was merely fighting his own image in a mirror.
I almost hate to kill you, you handsome dog.
It remained for Rocky and Bullwinkle to turn the tide, and turn it they did.
Alley-oop, Bullwinkle!
Here you go, Rock!
Come on, there's no time to lose. We got just enough time to get to the castle.
Wait, this fool will not die.
We're not quite sure how they did it, but they all arrived at the castle gate in less than a minute. It was then that Rocky noticed that while they had been running, the king had been skating.
Oh, no, we got the wrong king.
Meanwhile, inside the castle, the coronation ceremony was in progress.
Do you, Francois Villain, take this hat with the points on it to be your lawful wedded crown?
Oh, skip all this folderol and crown me.
I would love to, but you must wait until I finish my speech.
Athos, you run and bring back the right king while Bullwinkle and I stall the coronation as long as possible.
With that, Athos took off, but as luck would have it, he passed a gum machine on which there was a large mirror.
So, you have come back for more, eh? En garde!
Well, it's a terrible way to end an episode, but what are you going to do? Will Francois Villain get crowned? Will Athos defeat his arch enemy? We'll find out in Rocky Draws the Line, or Who's Got My Ruler?
Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Goldilocks who, for no other reason besides wanting to get rich, decided to go into business for herself. Taking all the money that she had earned as a chimney sweep, she purchased a large lodge high up in the mountains and set about the task of turning it into a winter resort. She worked very hard getting things ready for the happy, money-bearing crowds that were soon to come, and then, at last, she was done. It was opening day, and she flung open the doors.
Welcome to Goldie's, winter vacationers.
But alas, not one single winter vacationer showed up, for unfortunately, Goldilocks had overlooked one little detail. She had opened her winter resort in the summer.
Oh, drat.
But being a quite intelligent young lady, she immediately realized her mistake.
110 in the shade. My winter resort is much too hot.
And quickly came to a sensible solution.
I will take a walk in the woods until winter comes and cools things off.
And off she went. Now, it so happened that in another part of the forest, not too far away, there lived 3 bears. There was Papa Bear.
I'm Mama Bear.
Oh. And Baby Bear.
I'm Papa Bear.
Oh. Then you must be Baby Bear.
No, my name is Clyde. I'm just passing through.
There I am, Baby Bear.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, never mind. You'll do. And all summer long, the 3 bears romped.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la.
And played in the forest.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
And were very, very happy.
Do-de-do-de-do.
Then, one day, as everybody knew it would, winter came, and it was time for the 3 bears to hibernate.
I'm getting sleepy.
I'm getting sleepy too.
Not me. Let's romp and play some more. Do-de-do-de. Do I have to go to sleep?
Yes. Now come on.
And off they went in search of a place to sleep for the winter. After a while, they came to a big cave, and they went inside, but could not sleep, for it was much too cold.
It's freezing in here.
Yeah, it is sure free. How do I know when I'm cold, Papa?
You turn blue. Let's get out of here.
On they searched until finally they came to Goldilocks' lodge. They scurried up onto the front porch, and Baby Bear carefully tried the front door.
Look, Papa, it's open.
Well, don't just stand there. Go in. Go in.
And once inside, they found that it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold, but it was just right. Here was the place where they would spend the winter.
I think I'll sleep here on the sofa.
I'll sleep here in front of the fireplace.
And I will play the piano. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If you keep hitting me like that, someday you're going to break my spirit.
Never mind. Get to sleep before I rock you to sleep.
With a real rock?
Yes.
Night, Papa.
Meanwhile, little Goldilocks had stopped walking the woods, for winter had come, and winter vacationers could be seen coming up the highway in droves. Goldilocks dashed back to her winter resort, ready for business, but when she arrived at the lodge...
Somebody's been fooling with my door. Somebody's been fooling with my piano.
Somebody's making too much noise. I can't sleep.
A bear!
Good heavens, where?
Oh, what's going on?
Another bear!
What time is it?
Good grief, there's 3 of them.
Oh, realizing that having bears in her lodge would surely frighten her customers away, she hurriedly tried to get rid of them.
Get out! What do you think you're doing here?
We're hibernating. What are you doing here?
I own the place.
That's no excuse, young lady. Now, go away. I'm sleepy.
And I'm sleepy.
Not me.
Shut up.
Well, I'm
not sleepy, Papa. I don't want to stay here.
Oh, what a mess. Here I am, Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Hey, Goldilocks and the 3 bears. See, that'll make a good title for a story.
Shut up.
Well, we're
I
gonna
don't
stay
want
right
you to wake me
here.
anymore,
Yes, we
Papa,
are.
really.
The vacationers, they're here. All right, you asked for it. Now I'm going to take care of you once and for all.
Don't shoot! I'm a mama bear!
Don't shoot. I'm a Papa Bear.
Don't shoot. I'm not sleepy.
Shut up.
And so, Goldilocks opened her winter resort right on schedule, and it was a huge success right from the start. And what happened to the 3 bears? Well, Goldilocks solved the problem nicely. For not having the heart to shoot them, she arranged it so they could stay for the winter without bothering a soul. And there they slept, happily, ever after.
Not me. I'm not sleepy.
Shut up.
Hello again, fellow club members. I'm glad to see you could make it today.
I second the motion.
What motion?
That we're glad we could make it today.
I move we vote on it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed?
Yet.
Hey, you seconded the motion. How can you vote against it?
For me, nothing is impossible.
Well, anyway, the motion carried, and we're all glad to see we could make it.
Except me.
And now it's time for the Rocky and Bullwinkle Fan Club's secret code message. Boris, give us the code.
Never. I give you name, rank, and serial number is all.
Come on, give us the code.
Torture me, pull out my fingernails, I'll never tell.
Why not?
I lost it.
Well, on to our next order of business. Remember, today is Good Deed Day. Rocky, what good deed will you do?
Well, I'm going to be kind to animals.
Including mooses, I hope. Boris, how about you?
I'll double-cross 6 people.
That's a good deed.
Sure. Yesterday I double-crossed 10 people.
What'll you do, Bullwinkle?
It's time now for Bullwinkle's good deed for today. Just watch. I'm going to help this old lady across the street. Here we go, Grandma. Upsy daisy. There you are, madam. Safe and sound.
Yes,
Tut,
but
tut, 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 tut. Don't thank me.
I won't. I didn't want to cross the street. I was waiting for a bus over there, and you just made me miss it.
Ooh, ooh, eh.
Peabody here, and for you poetry lovers, today's excursion into yesteryear will be a highly informative one.
Are we going to visit Ogden Nash, Mr. Peabody?
No, Sherman, the poetic personality we will tete-a-tete with is none other than William Shakespeare. We set the Wayback Machine for Warwickshire, England, in the year 1611, and in its customary ingenious manner, the Wayback deposited us before a small neighborhood theater, the Stratford-on-Avon.
Now playing a new play by Will Shakespeare, Romeo and Zelda. Romeo and Zelda?
Must be a misprint. But it wasn't, for inside the play was in rehearsal, and...
Zelda, wherefore art thou, Zelda?
Instead of appearing on the balcony, Juliet, or rather Zelda, came marching out of the wings carrying a large flower pot. She left the stage and went directly to a familiar figure who was sitting all alone in the front row.
That must be William Shakespeare, Mr. Peabody. And look, she's going to present him with a flower.
She presented him with a flower, all right. Pot and all.
That'll teach you to steal my play.
It's a man wearing a disguise.
Francis Bacon, if I'm not mistaken, and I never am.
Bacon, you'll fry for this. Ushers, throw this pretender out. You haven't seen the last of me, Shakespeare. I'll be back.
Are you all right, Mr. Shakespeare?
Quite, my lad. But this comes at a most inopportune time. The play opens tonight. By the by, would you care to witness the initial performance?
It would be an honor, sir. However, there's just one thing.
Oh?
Don't you think Juliet would sound better than Zelda?
Juliet. Odds bodkins, sir, I like it. Juliet it shall be.
So that evening saw the auspicious debut of a new play entitled Sam and Juliet.
Sam?
We'll work on him, Sherman. The play progressed smoothly, and the audience was very enthusiastic, all 3 of them. But during the balcony scene, things went suddenly awry.
Juliet, wherefore art thou, Juliet?
Poor Sam never found out, because without a warning, the ladder he was on unexpectedly gave way and...
The play is ruined, irretrievably and hopelessly ruined.
Why do you say that, Mr. Shakespeare?
Because there isn't another actor who knows Sam's role.
I do.
A quick change of clothing, a new ladder, me, and the play resumed.
Oh, hark, what hollow light burneth in yonder patio.
Egad, the lad's an ad-libber.
Verily I shall ascendeth yon balcony and meet my beloved.
Easy with your big toe, Sherman. You're crushing my collarbone.
Juliet! Thou art wherefore, Juliet?
You can well imagine Sherman's dismay when, instead of a lovely young maiden, a lovely young lion appeared. In one prodigious leap, the huge cat left the balcony and proceeded to empty the theater. He then turned on us.
Run for your lives, the performance is cancelled.
Quick, Mr. Peabody!
No need to panic. We'll simply ring the curtain down.
Oh, the tragedy of it all, that this should happen to me. If I ever found the rogue who owned that beast. That beast is mine. Bacon. With eggs. That did it. That terraced the sheet. We shall settle our grievances with a duel. Fountain pens at 40 paces. Fountain pens, my eye tooth. We shall settle it with pistols.
Mr. Shakespeare, you can't fight a duel.
I must. Mr. Peabody, you will act as my second, and you, young man, you shall be my third.
At dawn the following day, the participants met on a misty common.
You will each take 10 paces, turn, and fire. Go!
Bacon and Shakespeare set off, but it was so misty that by the 10th step they were no longer visible.
You've got to stop them, Mr. Peabody. They're liable to get hurt.
Don't worry, Sherman. I have a plan. He dashed out into the mist to where a pile of bricks and a wheelbarrow of cement stood.
What's this doing here?
I put it here during the night. Now, the world record for erecting a brick wall is 3 seconds. I shall eclipse that.
But Mr. Shakespeare and Mr. Bacon are going to fire.
They did. I completed the wall in 9/10 of a second. Just in time to stop the bullets.
Well, that should settle Bacon's hash. And that should take care of Shakespeare. Bacon.
The good police of Avon arrived at that moment and carted the duelist off to jail.
Boy, am I glad that's over.
Yes, a few days in the quiet confines of a cell should cool them off.
Well, there's one thing that puzzles me, Mr. Peabody. How did William Shakespeare get the name Bard of Avon?
A misnomer, Sherman. William Shakespeare was not called the Bard of Avon. He was Bard in Avon.
It's with a great deal of alarm that we return to Applesauce Lorraine, for it looks as though Francois Villain is about to become the new king.
When I reign, I am going to pour.
And pour aptly describes the situation our heroes are in. You will no doubt recall that they rescued what they thought was the real king and arrived just outside the castle walls only to discover that they had made a boo-boo.
Yes, I fell down and scraped my knee. It's the worst boo-boo I've ever had.
Oh, not that kind of a boo-boo. He means we brought back the wrong king.
There was only one thing to do. Rocky and Bullwinkle dashed inside the castle to stall the coronation ceremony, while Athos hurried off to retrieve the right king. But en route, Athos passed a gum machine and mistook what he saw in the mirror for his arch-enemy.
Archie, I will defeat you if it takes the rest of my life.
Inside the castle, Rocky and Bullwinkle had managed to add a few extra pages to the Archbishop's coronation speech.
77 years ago.
Come on, get it over with and crown me.
Athos better get back here pretty soon. There isn't much time left.
Unfortunately, when Athos did return...
Where's the king?
Don't tell us you came back empty-handed.
But of course not. Look.
Chewing gum.
Yes, that handsome guard gave it to me to stop fighting with him.
I come not to bury Caesar, but to praise him.
Oh, boy.
I'll have to go get the king myself. Whatever you do, fellas, don't let Francois Villain get crowned until I get back.
Enough of this brittle-prattle. Make me king.
But I still have Lou Gehrig's speech at Yankee Stadium left.
Make me king.
Very well. I hereby call you...
Stop!
Who are you?
I'm your Acme carpet cleaning man. There's a stain on your rug.
There is not.
There is now.
Well, clean it up and get out of here.
Well, it won't take but an hour, or longer if I hurry.
Throwing the machine into reverse, Bullwinkle shot a cloud of dirt about the great hall.
It will take him a year to clean this mess. Quick, put the crown on my head.
But the resourceful Moose was equal to the occasion. Switching the machine to intake, he not only sucked up the crown, but the Archbishop and Francois Villain as well. But Villain, too, was equal to the occasion.
Put the crown on me, I say.
But it is dark in here.
Do what I say. Crown me.
Well, he has been asking for it. I hereby crown thee.
The vast audience rose in anger.
Now we will never have a king. Kill the moose.
But you have a king.
And there in the doorway stood Rocket J. Squirrel with the true king of Applesauce Lorraine.
Long live the king! Hip, hip, hooray!
Thus, the good folk of Applesauce Lorraine returned to their former peaceful existence. As for Francois Villain, he was made royal gardener and spent the rest of his life pruning Limburger lilies.
I've had some lousy jobs in my life, but this one really stinks.
Their job done, Rocky and Bullwinkle bid Athos a fond farewell.
Au revoir, Portal. Bon voyage, Aramus.
See, I think it is high time we told you that I am not really Aramus, and he's not really Porthole.
That makes us even, mon ami, because I am not really Athos. To be one of the original Mooseketeers, I would have to be 500 years old.
Well, then, who are you?
Robin Hood.
Well, Little John, here we go again.